I also noticed like my breathing's been just like a tad bit worse, and like the hospital asked that, so obviously I tell them like, yeah, it has been like more off. Like I feel myself taking more deep breaths, and I'm just like, what is happening to me? Like, but they looked at my lungs, and like the only thing they saw was what has been there for literally years at this point. So my weigh-in today, I was 526.8. It's just a lot. Oh God, I feel like I keep having to take deep breaths. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sure you've noticed.
510.2 pounds.
Oh. 510.2. Wait, that means I've lost weight? The last weigh-in, I was 516.2, and this weigh-in, I was 513.0. I don't know, it's weird. Oh my God, Cuddle, Mary, Block, Destiny, Alexis, Erica. Okay. Ooh. Okay, Block, Destiny. I'm trying to think about my quality of life marrying either one of these people. Mary, Erica, Cuddle, Alexis. Oh, that's just not okay at all. That is the worst I've ever had to do. You guys do all the work. I'm just here to like, I don't know. You guys deserve the money. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here.
Fuck you, you dumb bitch. That was part of Keemstar's response to Amberlynn Reid's super chat during his recent Friday night livestream. One thing for sure, and two things for certain, Amberlynn Reid will always find herself in some mess, and it will most likely happen while I'm already working on a video. Let's all point and laugh together.
So we wanted to take a moment.
Amberlynn Reid super chatted $20. You don't need my money, but low-key obsessed with the LCU mess revolving hearts, and I wonder if you got my broom winking face.
Imagine talking to Boogie2988 so much, he's comfortable enough to say, love you. Amber and Boogie probably in DMs having a victim off, sharing their online experiences and confusion around the hate that they get.
Okay, Amberlynn Reid.
Thank you.
Amberlynn Reid. I truly appreciate the compliment, but fuck you, you dumb bitch. We've been talking back and forth on Instagram.
I still prefer Zach's delivery.
First of all, you dumb ass fucking bitch.
You still haven't come on our show, stupid hoe. I don't like you until you're on the show. Make a fucking Discord, Amberlynn Reid. You obviously know how to send a dono, but you don't know how to make a fucking Discord, bitch.
I mean, Amber knew how to reach for her recording devices for content, but couldn't reach to wipe her own ass. I'm aware the comparison makes no sense. I just try to remind viewers, any chance that I get, that Amberlynn Reid was playing musical chairs with wash rags to wipe her ass.
I'm gonna get nasty with it now. I'm sick of playing phone tag with you. I'm sick of playing phone tag with this bitch. Make a fucking Discord, all right? Make the goddamn Discord. Amberlynn Reid, make a Discord. Tell me what it is, and we will add you.
Please.
And fuck your girlfriend. I hate her too, because she dates you.
Wait, is he referring to a past relationship, or has Amberlynn been speaking to Keem about a current one? That's interesting.
Come on, like...
And that's on God, baby girl.
There's a lot of anxiety involved with like coming up on a stage this big, all right?
Nah, she can do it.
That's on God, baby girl. You hear that? I'm going to keep that energy until I see you. Then I'll be nice to you.
Please.
I'm over here entertaining Amberlynn Reid every fucking day.
Keemstar knows what kind of money comes with Amberlynn being on one of his podcasts. For Keemstar to be in DMs with Amber every day, he's going to milk the fuck out of his potential new cow. It's so funny that Amberlynn thinks it's because they like her, when it's really about the money she can bring their platform. At least reactors are a bit more transparent about that.
Grinding, working my ass off, for Amberlynn Reid. Amberlynn Reid, do you know why Boogie has all those fucking brooms? Because I thought it would make you smile. And guess what? It did.
If anyone knows the meaning brooms would have to Amberlynn, let me know in the comments, please.
But you won't make me smile by gracing us with your fucking presence on the show? That is one ungrateful bitch. I'm just saying.
To be clear, a lot of their shtick in the lolcow live community is overdramatic and scripted. I can't tell if this is just a planned lead up to Amber going on one of their podcasts, or if it's Keem realizing Amber just likes the attention and had no plans to actually go on one of his shows. If that response wasn't scripted, I look forward to hearing how Amberlynn twists that in some way. I bet her delusional ass still thinks she'd be laughing with them and not being laughed at. Amberlynn Reid is crying again. This time around, she's not trying to cry her way out of explaining her abusive behavior. Amberlynn Reid is emotional and scared because of her health. The selective moments of worry is just laughable at this point.
So a couple hours after I ended this video, which this is normally where it ends, something scary happened and I documented it. So I am going to the hospital because I'm having chest pain on my left side. So it started earlier, kind of like under my boob, like right here. And I was thinking nothing of it. It's like this sharp pain that I've never felt before. And then I was up cleaning and now the pain is like in my boob. I know that's like TMI, but that's just me being honest. I just got done crying. I called my mom and she's like, yeah, you need to go to the ER because that's not something you can mess with. So the pain is now like radiating to like my nipple area. I know that's again TMI, but I'm really scared.
Years ago, I used to rush to Amberlynn's videos when I saw a thumbnail of her being in the hospital. Now, not so much. I saw everything I needed to see after she survived cancer. The second chance at life clearly means nothing to her based on her actions. So if I see Amberlynn crying about anything related to her health, I'm either going to chuckle or give a blank stare. Good thing viewers' lack of empathy has no impact on her health. It's all her doing.
Okay, you guys, I'm home and genuinely, like, I just feel really fucking just sad. Like, so my test results came back and like they said that my lungs looked good, my heart looks good and everything. And then I get the paperwork and they didn't even mention this to me, which I don't know why.
The emergency room is not a substitute for primary care. That could be one reason. Follow-ups with primary care and specialists are encouraged for a reason.
But I was just looking at the paperwork and it says that I have an elevated D-dimer. And thankfully I noticed that before I actually left the hospital. So I asked the nurse, like, what does this mean? And she was like, oh, it just means like you could possibly have a blood clot. That's why we checked your lungs, but you don't have one. But then it's like, okay, like I have other parts of my body. Like, I'm just really scared. Like,
Amberlynn's body parts add up to over 500 pounds. An elevated D-dimer triggering fear in her is just odd to me. From my understanding, an elevated D-dimer can also be due to Amberlynn recently having COVID or cellulitis. I'm no medical professional. My friend who is explained it to me like I was 5, and that was my main takeaway.
I don't know, and this just like brings to light a lot of anxieties, it brings to light a lot of fears, it brings to light a lot of regrets, it brings to light a lot of just things. Like I feel scared and I'm just like, what? Like my doctor's appointment isn't for a whole month.
In that month's time, what will Amberlynn do that's within her control? What active steps will she take? Is there any other appointments with professionals that she can get in the meantime? I expect her to do what she's done for years. Speak about that upcoming appointment, get to the appointment with her mother's help, and have her finger ready to hit record before the office doors even close behind her, only to end up cycling through different diets and lifestyle changes all over again.
I'm glad that like my heart looks good and my lung looks good and stuff, but like...
For how long? How long will those tests continue to look good?
I have an elevated D-dimer. And that's scary. I don't know. I'm just gonna call the doctor and I'm just literally hoping that I can get a sooner appointment instead of like a month, because like people cancel and then all of a sudden there's openings and stuff. So I'm just gonna call and see if there's an opening, because I would love to be seen sooner than that. It's crazy that like all of this is happening at once, like where I was finally like, I want to have a better relationship with food. I want to be healthier. I want to do better. And then all of a sudden I'm just like hit with this and I'm like, I don't know what to do.
It's crazy that Amberlynn hasn't been doing everything in her power to have a better relationship with food since, well, this.
I've been having panic attacks. Oh God. So I got my results back, and I do have cancer. I have womb cancer. And so let's see, uterine cancer. And I know it's my fault because I'm sorry guys, because I didn't see someone. I knew there's been a problem for so long. Please, if you're a female, please just go to the gyno, please.
Amberlynn uploaded that video onto her platform about 5 years ago. Would you believe me if I told you current day she weighs over 10 pounds more than she did around the time of her diagnosis?
Let's get into it. Okay. Oh man, I'm nervous. Very nervous. Oh. Wow. 502.2. I'm shocked. It's all a mental game, and I'm learning how to just navigate through it. The last weigh-in, I was 516.2, and this weigh-in, I was 513.0. So that means I'm down 3.2 pounds.
Amberlynn is also up 10.8 pounds since her life-changing diagnosis. She, at one point, made some huge strides in her weight loss, only to gain most of it back. I'll discuss that a bit further in the video.
I just feel kind of defeated. I'm sorry to end this vlog on this note. I was not expecting any of this, and I just feel
nothing. What would she expect at this point?
like really heavy, no pun intended, but keep me in your thoughts, please.
Right. So Amberlynn definitely carried a lot of those heavy emotions into her members only live stream this past Tuesday.
I don't want the vibe to be negative, but can you tell us how you're doing since last vid? So I went back to the hospital, which I vlogged that, because my doctor, I'm not able to see my doctor for a month. I tried, like I explained all this in my vlog, so it's like, anyways, it doesn't matter. So my next weekly vlog pretty much talks about all this, but I was led back to the emergency room, and I explained all of that and why, but
here comes the tears.
I don't know. I don't want to cry. Like, I genuinely, like, haven't read comments. I'm not watching reaction channels, nothing. I can't, because I know people are so harsh. And it's like, someone messaged me, literally, I was just checking my my Instagrams. Let me go to it. And they were like, I know you'll probably never see this. I did. But I'll be honest and out myself. I was watching a reaction to your most recent vlog, and the ending broke my heart. Some of the things people are saying about this are not it. As a health OCD girly, my heart goes out to you, and I'm sending you all the positive thoughts and hoping you feel better soon. Your feelings are valid. And that just like makes me sad, because I feel like if you're watching a reaction channel, you probably don't like me anyway. So it's like the fact that this person like felt the need to like message me and like tell me that, like, people must be saying awful things, and I just genuinely don't want to know.
Amber is not new to the hate following she fostered. I'm sure she has an idea of what some of the opinions are. She regularly checks the comment section of reactors and sometimes even forums. Majority of her viewers will have little to no sympathy for her.
But I don't know, I'm just having a lot of like health anxiety and fear, you know? And it's like some other things in my blood work were off, and it's like I didn't notice these things until I went and got to sign into my thing online, and like I looked at all my blood results, and then I looked at my lung results, and like, do you guys remember a few years ago when they thought for a minute there I had lung cancer, and then it went to no, you have a collapsed lung, and then it went to you might have a blood clot, and then it went to it's just pneumonia. Like that issue is still there.
The biggest issue that's still there is Amberlynn. If Amber was to look back at the past 5 years, what has she changed outside of her location, partners, leg size, and the number of pets that she has?
It's just I don't know. I don't want to do this today. Like, I don't know. Something is obviously wrong with my lung, and it's like I don't know it. Like, unless like they do like CT scans and like x-rays and stuff, and it's like the issue's still there. It still says the same thing as it did years ago, and it's like I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's just like a lot of like mixture of things right now, and I just feel like stressed out because it's like I don't even have my doctor's appointment for a full month, and I just feel like that's so long from now, and I don't know. I just feel really down in the dumps.
I'm sure there's a food chain on Uber Eats that will cheer her right up. During her members only stream, Amber shared that she ordered another overpriced cup of diet soda and a salad. A viewer makes a suggestion that she try making salads at home. Well, Amber may be fearful for her health, but not enough to pass up on the incredible taste that comes from fast food salads.
Next time, maybe you can make the salad at home. It tastes a lot fresher, and you can count calories better. I love big salads too. I make them often at home. Thank you, Lucy, for the super chat. You know what's weird? Salads to me never taste as good when you make them at home. Is that just a me thing? I don't know. Like, it is a lot easier because you know like exactly how many calories and such, but like they just don't taste as good to me.
Amberlynn is lazy and doesn't want to actually put in effort into turning her health around. It's really that simple. While she's on TikTok watching other creators with disordered eating eat 3 bites of their food and throw it away, she could be looking into food and recipes that may be satiating.
I've seen on TikTok like this girl, she's lost so much weight by doing this 3-bite thing, which I don't know how I feel about it because it seems kind of like I can't say the word because YouTube gets mad at me. But it seems kind of maybe unhealthy. I don't know. Where she allows herself to eat literally anything in the whole world, like genuinely. She actually filmed a TikTok. I think it was Wendy's or Burger King. I don't know. She got like a double cheeseburger. She got onion rings, and she literally took 3 bites of the whatchamacallit, like big bites, 3 bites of the onion rings, and then threw away the rest. It just seems kind of hecticana. But then when you scroll the comments, people are like, "Oh my god, I do this too." I'm just like, I don't know. It seems kind of weird to me, but
Not only is Amber describing a form of disordered eating, but she's also describing something incredibly wasteful.
I have seen some professionals that are like, to the average human, like when you're craving something, the first few bites taste the best. So it's like I have experienced that where I'm craving something so bad, like a Ben and Jerry's. Sometimes I'm like literally I need ice cream.
Me. Anytime I'm on my period.
So I have actively felt this happen where it's like the first few bites, I'm like, oh, that is so good. And then like, let's say bite number 7, I'm like, okay, like, okay, that's cool, I guess. But then I just like keep eating it, So it's just, it is true. Like the first few bites of anything always taste the best.
Amberlynn keeps eating due to her own issues with food, the same issues that will never work with intuitive eating, which is a conversation she circles back to every few months. Another conversation Amberlynn loves to circle back to is one where she compares herself to other creators who are actively uploading content that should be banned off social media platforms. I would like to revisit something Amber said earlier this month.
On days where I feel like my relationship with food is worse, I don't want to monetize that. And I used to, like in the past, especially in 2019, even in days prior to that and days after that. But like right now, I don't want to do that to myself. It doesn't make me feel good. And I want to do things that make me feel good. I'm working really hard, like behind the scenes on just being better. There's so many I's I gotta dot and T's I gotta cross, and it feels really fucking overwhelming. But monetizing food on a day where my relationship with food is really, really low, that's not where I'm at right now. Tomorrow, I might change my mind, but that's how I feel now.
I'm guessing Amber has changed her mind since this day, seeing that she doesn't understand why other creators can monetize their unhealthy relationship with food, while she faces consequences for uploading content of her eating.
Oh, also, I saved the TikTok because I was thinking about showing it as a way to prove that, like, I don't get treated the same. I know people hate when I talk about this, but like, I'm just a scrolling TikTok before bed, right? I like to watch it before bed for like 10 to 15 minutes. And I also like to play this little game on my phone. It just calms me. So, I'm scrolling the TikTok. This girl, literally, she's skinny, she's pretty. She films her, I'm not allowed to say the word, her binges. binges. Okay. She showed the food. She was talking about it, how she was going to feel so sick afterwards. Like she showed herself eating some of it. Like I was like, what the heck? And she had so many likes on it, like 500,000, so much support. TikTok never took it down. But then if I eat like a carrot on TikTok, it gets taken down. I'm just like, I'm a little confused by it. It's so weird. That content is so unhealthy. No, like I wasn't trying to consume it. It popped up on my For You page. I was like, girl, what was that?
I thought the For You page was mainly tailored around content someone was already consuming, but I could be wrong. Now, when it comes to this talking point that Amberlynn always wants to circle back to, all I hear is her complaining about the consequences of her actions. Amberlynn has been uploading content onto YouTube for years that has gone unchecked. TikTok giving her a small slap on the wrist and not the other creators she's referring to just means that they have more work to do on their platform as well. It's not a sign that she gets treated unfairly. Why would Amber want to get away with the same behavior she was saying she wanted to stop and didn't make her feel good just earlier this month? So I compiled the parts of Amberlynn's members only stream that discuss a potential new partner, her sex life, her Googling how many calories are in eating coochie, and more.
Any new girls you're thinking about? I'm not doing this. I'm not talking about my love life. I can't. Wait, let me do this one. Itigiz, Fidiginger, Litigan, Cuttagamin, Outagaut, Litigate, Fortigor, Edigat, Enigeti. I can't do it. Stop. Is Fingerlin coming out lately for anyone in particular? I'm not responding to any of this. You're so hot, you never respond to my DMs. Let it go. Thank you for the super chat. I don't respond to DMs. I don't. Yeah, and it's like no offense to anybody, but like especially if you're flirting with me, I'm not gonna respond to it. I'm not in that like zone, you know. Are you good with your I've been told I'm good with my fingers, yum. Yum. I've been told that, but it's like, have you ever okay. My whole thing is like people lie. You know, you could be the worst in bed, but like if someone loves you, they're gonna be like, yeah, that's so great. Oh, but it's like, would everyone lie about it? You know? Googling Kendra, shh. You know, when I was really counting calories good, I had to know, like, should I document? This is a lot. Oh my god. Grape soda. The answer is Tommy and Feline. Actually, take that back. This is weird, but actually, Tommy and Destiny. Yeah, Tommy and Destiny. Oh my God. Cuddle, Mary, Block, Destiny, Alexis, Erica. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Block, Destiny. Wait, I have my thinking cap on. Do I want to marry or cuddle these people? Neither. I'm trying to think about my quality of life marrying either one of these people.
Amberlynn's quality of life is always on shaky ground, even for the few hours a year that she's single. She was really shaking the table when she got into a relationship with someone who used to engage in feeder content. Please be so for real right now.
Marry Erica, cuddle Alexis. Oh, that's just not okay at all. That is the worst I've ever had to do. All right, let's see. Salty crab, frog. Ugh, are you talking about Karina Kaboom? I don't even know. Jordy. Block, Jordy, cuddle, Karina, marry Salty. That is the grossest thing I've ever said in my life.
For those creators, I'm sure the grossest thing they've had to say out loud has to do with a YouTuber that needed to toot their butt up on a sink to partially wipe themselves with a wash rag. Seeing that Amber is not far off from that weight, I wonder what that process looks like today. Amber did go on to express how great she felt about 50 pounds ago. While discussing this, I feel like she confirmed a lot of what viewers have been saying for some time. She'll probably never get to a healthy weight, and she doesn't want to at this point.
SSBBW realness. Yes, I am very much an SSBBW. That is definitely what I am. It's like sometimes I'm like, if it was possible to be healthy at this size, like I genuinely wouldn't care. Like I want to okay.
Amber is already there though. Most of her behavior is of someone who doesn't care. Amber is not going to care enough to put the effort in to really make important changes. She'll probably end up on another weight loss drug without working to access other tools to help her once she's off the meds. The most consistent thing that Amber has done around the topic of her health is cycle through different diets, professionals, and diagnoses.
How I felt last summer, I don't think I felt that good in the longest. I was like 467 pounds and I genuinely felt so good. I don't think you guys realize it.
It's not that hard to imagine someone losing over 100 pounds from their highest weight would lead to a long list of improvements in their life. Even the small things start to stand out, like the ability to take out your own trash and stand longer than a few seconds.
So I'm actually about to go to the dumpster because like I said, I have trash valet, but there's something rewarding, satisfying about taking your own trash out. I know a lot of people don't get it or understand, but I do. I used to not be able to cut a cucumber for 10 seconds without having to sit down. Like I genuinely needed help with almost every single thing that existed in the world. And thankfully I do not have to deal with that anymore. So things that like I once took for granted, like taking out the fucking trash. Now I love doing it. Things like folding clothes and putting away laundry, like love doing it. Standing there doing the dishes, also love doing it. And I don't say it in the sense of like, oh, I love doing it, it's my hobby, it's just like so fun. No, it's like I love being alive. I love life. I love the things that we get to experience as humans. Yes, life can be very hard and hectic and painful and heartbreaking. Yes, there's so much bad to the world, but there's also so much good. And I genuinely feel like I just took so much for granted and years ago in my life. So what I'm saying is I love doing the dishes because I can. I love putting away my clothes because I can. I love mopping and sweeping because I can. Because there was once a time where I couldn't.
If Amberlynn held on to those moments of appreciation and took some intentional steps towards getting help, she could easily be having a similar conversation a year from now. Instead of taking out the trash, imagine if Amberlynn got to a point where she could travel safely to some of these podcasts she always wanted to be a part of so badly. Instead of being able to stand long enough to cut up some vegetables, she'd be able to stand long enough to attend a cooking class with a loved one and even have it filmed for content. But all of that is a reality she most likely will never live.
I know for a lot of people, like 467 pounds, like that's gigantic. Like I wouldn't even be able to move. I get that, but I've been fat like my literal whole life. So I don't know. I just felt so good. I felt confident. I felt beautiful. I felt healthy. And I know it's not healthy, but what I'm trying to say is
What she's trying to say is she'd settle for a body at over 450 pounds. Let that sink in. Amberlynn Reid will probably never see the 300s. Therefore, she most likely doesn't have to be so concerned around getting older.
I cannot believe I'm gonna be 35 in December. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do when I turn 40? 40-year-olds on YouTube? Like, what am I gonna do with my life? Oh my God. I'm actually getting old. Are 40-year-olds even allowed to sign into TikTok? Like, oh my God, I'm gonna be 40 feeling like I'm 22. What is going on? My brain stopped aging. I'm genuinely I'm so serious when I say this. Elizabeth, if you thought I was for real, then why are you even here? Like, of course it's a stupid question because I wasn't being serious. I think you know my personality by now. You've been around long enough. Anyways, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, I genuinely think my brain like stopped aging. Like that's the part that like actually scares me. Like my brain stopped aging.
We been new. One of her channel members gives her the term to look up.
It's called arrested development. That sounds like an insult. Hold on. I need to ask. What's arrested development? That sounds like an insult.
Don't worry, Amber will find a way to use this as an excuse for her behavior in the future. I'm sure of it.
Refers to a halt or significant delay in physical, emotional, mental, or social growth that normally occurs as a person matures. It can be used in both psychological and medical contexts, as well as more casual. So mine would be the psychological type of deal. So it means someone who didn't fully develop emotionally or mentally in a way expected for their age. For example, an adult might react to problems like a child would. Yep. Due to trauma, neglect, or other issues that stunted their emotional growth. Oh my God, that's so me. And I can't control that. Oh my God, I'm gonna start crying.
BPD, fat phobia, and arrested development. Probably the main 3 topics she'll be discussing with ChatGPT for the remainder of the year.
Anyway, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to change that part of me. I want to feel young because I'm telling you, my body feels old as fuck, like old and decrepit. So if my brain felt that way too, I would just be like, all right, like, do you guys hear that? I'm not wearing pants. So I kind of like the fact that I act younger. Just turned 37 on Friday. The fact that we're so close in age, but this is no offense to you, but 37 feels so like up there because I'm 34 and I'm like, wow, that's old as fuck. Like 34 is so old, but I'm literally 34. But I feel like I'm 20. I feel like I'm not even supposed to go to the bar yet. Like I don't understand. Please, if you're in your 20s, don't tell me. You're going to piss me off. I don't want to hear it. Like, I'm so beyond jealous. Like, you have no idea. Like, can I please go back in time?
As preachy as this may come off, aging is truly a gift. It's something that so many people, including myself, can take for granted. There's nothing old about being in your 30s, 40s, or 50s. The truth is, so many people have spent most of their lives trying to achieve things in a world that's tough. You add an addiction to that, and you're probably spending most of your life trying to keep your head above water. Amberlynn has a background that was set up for failure. Her parents failed her, the system failed her in a lot of ways, and she decided to take that torch and fail herself over and over again. Amberlynn being worried about aging is delusional and unrealistic. Seeing that the age of 50 with no drastic changes in her lifestyle is unlikely. When I was younger, I used to be one of those people that thought 30s and 40s meant you were old, boring, and stuck in the house. That couldn't be further from the truth, depending on how someone chooses to live their life. Amber's 30s could look like whatever her idea of 20s is. The reason it doesn't is because she's stuck in a body that's a result of her mental health, unhealthy relationship with food, and unhealthy relationship with attention. I'm not against repeating myself when it comes to this. It's all her choice. If Amberlynn Reid's health takes a turn she couldn't come back from, life goes on for most, especially the viewers who have been very critical of her through the years. Amberlynn can keep cycling through the different aha moments if she wants. She could keep crying over her health. She can continue to find different ways to be a victim. She just can't expect strangers on the internet to give a fuck or express their lack of care with any sort of respect. That ship has sailed, and the reason for it is laid out on her own platform.
I think it's kind of funny, to be honest. And you know what? Flattering. Thank you. I feel ugly. I feel gross. I feel fat. I feel all of that. So, you know what? Flattery works for me today. So, I do not mind, even if it's an old man. Go for it. So, why am I rambling? That was hectic. I dare you to stick to a diet. Thank you for the super chat. My jaw's on the floor.
Let's pause real quick and tap in.
I'm working on some cameos, and I just want to let you guys know I have had that open again. So the link is down below.
What the hell does she have merch for anyway? What the f do these friggin' reaction channels have merch for, some of them?
All the stars are close. All the stars are close. Maybe